Good afternoon, I'm Shawn Yao and this is One News Now. The government is all set to receive vaccines from AstraZeneca later today. Maricel Halili joins us over the phone for the details. Hi, Mase. How are the preparations to accept these AstraZeneca vaccines going so far? Hello, Mase? Okay, I think, all right, there we go. We've lost the connection. We'll get back to Maricel Halili in just a bit. In the meantime, moving on to some other news, we have the World Health Organization reminding the government to strictly follow the vaccine priority list. WHO Representative Rabindra Abeyasinghe said that this is crucial in the first round of prioritization. He added that following the priority list will ensure the orderly rollout of other upcoming vaccine supplies.
The Philippines needs to demonstrate that they can first roll out the vaccines in an efficient manner with minimizing wastage of vaccines.
And the Labor Department says it is illegal to implement a no vaccine, no work policy in companies. In an interview with One News's Agenda, Labor Undersecretary Benjo Benavides said that vaccination cards are not mandatory for employees under the COVID-19 Vaccination Program Act. Benavides added that the policy could be discriminatory against unvaccinated workers.
The law is clear. Any act that would discriminate an individual who is not inoculated in terms of employment is actually illegal.
All right, circling back to our first story with Maricel Halili, with the government set to accept vaccine orders from AstraZeneca later today. Maricel Halili is now over the phone. Hi, Mase. How are preparations going so far?
Hi, Shawn. Actually, we're on our way to Villamor Air Base for the arrival of about 487,200 doses of AstraZeneca. What we know so far is that we expect these doses of vaccines to arrive at around 7:30 this evening. It will arrive via commercial flight. It will come from Belgium, and then there will be a stopover in Bangkok. But these are all manufactured in South Korea. About 7:30 this evening, they're expected to arrive in AIA, Terminal 3, and then it will be transferred to Villamor for a simple event with President Rodrigo Duterte. And then after that, those doses of vaccines will be transferred to Metro Pack in Marikina for storage.
All right. Who is set to receive this batch? Is it for healthcare workers as well, or will it be, spilling over into other sectors?
Shawn, it will still be allotted for our healthcare workers. The priority list is still the same, but we still have to wait for the final recommendation of NITAG as to when will the rollout of these vaccines be. If it will be rolled out tomorrow, like what they did in Sinovac. Based on the statement of presidential spokesperson Harry Roque this afternoon, he mentioned that NITAG has a meeting today to draft a recommendation. It will be submitted to the IATF, and the IATF will study the recommendation for the approval. So we have to wait for the new protocols for AstraZeneca.
All right, we'll wait and see how that goes. Now, since we already have two vaccine brands on shore now, will these be distributed simultaneously with Sinovac?
We also have to wait for those details, which will also come from NITAG. What we know so far is that we have 600,000 doses of Sinovac. These are the donations from the Chinese government, plus the 487,200 doses from AstraZeneca. So all in all, we have 1 million plus doses of vaccines. These will be allotted to all health care workers. We're also expecting another 1 million doses of vaccines, which the national government will purchase from Sinovac. Secretary Roque mentioned earlier that they are expecting the arrival of these about 1 million doses of Sinovac before the end of March. But we still have to purchase more doses of vaccines, considering that we have 1.7 million healthcare workers. It means that we need 3.4 million doses of vaccines to finish the vaccination of all these healthcare workers all over the country.
All right, thanks for giving us the numbers. What did spokesman Roque have to say about the South African variant being here in the Philippines?
Sean, so far, he said that this is not yet a cause of concern for now because the South African variant is not yet rampant in the Philippines. Nevertheless, they are still preparing, and they believe that whether AstraZeneca is in question, if it can prevent South African variant or not, what's important is that we have the doses of vaccines continue to come in the country because it's better than having no vaccines at all.
All right, loud and clear. Thank you for that update. Maricel Halili joining us over the line. And here are other vaccine stories from around the world. Late-stage trials in India show that Bharat Biotech's jab called Covaxin is 81% effective in preventing symptomatic COVID-19. The results are based from the monitoring of 43 patients who showed symptoms ranging from mild to moderate and severe. And in Lebanon, a court has ordered the country's health ministry to vaccinate an 80-year-old man within 40 hours or else be fined. The department allegedly violated the principle of equal access by allowing Lebanese lawmakers earlier access to vaccines. And U.S. health officials have begun administering Johnson & Johnson single-dose vaccines in New York hospitals. Around 165,000 doses arrived in the city, with more supplies expected to be delivered in the following 10 days. And country singer Dolly Parton says she has finally gotten a dose of her own medicine through vaccine maker Moderna. Parton was inoculated with the Moderna shot, which she helped fund in the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic. Last year, Parton donated $1 million to a university in Tennessee, working with the company to develop the vaccine. Parton sang an altered version of her hit Jolene to encourage other people to get vaccinated.
Vaccine, 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 vaccine. I'm begging of you, please don't hesitate. Vaccine, 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 vaccine. 'Cause once you're dead, then that's a bit too late.
For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.